part of me that was still good screamed at me to stop as I grabbed him by the throat. But I had no choice. He didn't struggle as I lifted him and tossed him through the back wall. You know what happens now! You knew when you repeatedly sent others to the meeting what Kaden would do and how he would react. He was never going to tolerate your disobedience, Drake! Twin blades flew from the large hole made by his body and headed straight for me. I slapped one out of the air, and the other whizzed by my head. But they weren't meant to kill, only to distract. He tackled me to the floor.
When he comes back, you need to make sure you're on the right side. Do you think this book Kaden wants isn't going to start another massive war?
He pinned me to the floor. He held my arms crossed against my chest with one knee on my stomach. Oh, you can't be serious. You too? He is nothing more than a legend, yet you condemned your whole family for it? They are stories, Drake. Stories to keep us in line. They all died. The old gods are dead. The gods' war, remember? All that's left are the Celestials and the Hand. That's it.
Gods, he has you so fucking whipped.
I faked a slight spell of unconsciousness. And as I felt him relax, I slammed my knee into his groin. He lurched forward, and I freed my arms, tossing him off of me. I rolled to my feet, but he had recovered by the time I was up. He was standing with his fists in the air and a shit-eating grin on his face. My chest tightened. Drake was the one who had made me smile when I first turned, and was dealing with the fact that I no longer had my freedom or mortality. He wasn't just my friend, he was Gabby's too. He was always there when I needed him, and now I had to kill him because he and Ethan had decided to switch sides. I had no choice, and that only pissed me off more. I raised my hands to match his, clenching them into fists, before dropping them. I don't want to do this. He dropped his fists, his expression softening.
Then don't. You are one of my best friends, Dianna. I don't want to fight you. You're just as strong as him, if not more so. Stay with me. With us. We can help and protect each other.
I smiled softly, knowing he meant every word he said. Then I was in front of him. His eyes went wide as his mouth gaped open once, then twice. He looked down at my fist lodged in his chest. My hand curled around his heart and I felt it beat. His life was in my palm. I said I didn't want to. Not that I wouldn't. He smiled at me as his hands touched my wrist.
Better to die by what you think is right than to live under a lie.
I held his gaze as I willed the flames from my hand. His body lit up from the inside, but his smile didn't waver. It was the same smile that had comforted me when the nightmares got too bad. The same smile that curved his lips when he told me jokes, making me laugh even when I felt like dying. I watched with contained horror as the same smile that could light up a room disappeared forever. I stood there for I don't know how long, my hands still outstretched and full of what remained of my friend's heart. I felt the vibration against my hip and shook myself from my daze. I wiped my hands on my jeans and pulled the phone from my pocket.
You can go see your sister now.
I scanned the ruin of the room, my gaze catching on the camera mounted high on the wall. Kaden had seen everything. I nodded once toward it and hung up the phone before disappearing from the wreckage.